Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm the Obscure Joe PT, and for today what we have here is Argo. Argo is a new free-to-play game that was released by now on Steam, that is developed by the same developers of Arma 3, which is Bohemia Interactive, and it's using their engine, the Real Virtuality 4. So this engine is actually the same engine behind Arma 3, and in fact, well, to be even more honest with this, Argo is essentially Arma 3, but limited to multiplayer in some limited maps, more limited to close quarters. So I'm playing with the low presets, but I also tested the game with the minimum settings and also, well, the low presets, of course, just like I am using now on the video. And I also tested the game with a standard setting, which could be called medium too. Okay, so I'm starting on this server. This server will start empty, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to be full in a second, maybe after one round or two. This will be a link type game, and on the Laporte. Laporte is the map that I used it for all the benchmarks. And unfortunately, just like Arma 3, this game is using the same engine, which is a disappointment. Not the fact of being the same engine, but I was expecting, for example, since this game is close quarters and the maps are much more smaller, I was expecting the game to be much more optimized, but it's not the case. This game is still very CPU bound, and we can look to the GPU usage and see the GPU usage all over the place. Well, right now it's not due to that, it's due to the fact that the loading screens are not very good, since the game already loaded and we are already playing, but it's still loading assets. And you can see on the frame time graph that is spikes all over the place. That means that is stuttering. Sometimes this game stutters. Even on my desktop have some hard time to play this game. So yeah, this is still very well optimized, just like Arma 3, but it was really a disappointment because I was expecting to be a little bit better, since the maps are much more, just like I told you. Okay, so with that, I'm going to let you enjoy a little bit of gameplay. I'm going to make a full match. Hopefully I will win, but I'm not very good with this type of games, okay? And if you want to check the results without recording, it's on the description of the video, or by the end of the video I will talk a little bit better about the performance. So hope you enjoy it, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
Warning. Enemies are capturing the main node. Our unit is capturing the main node. Caution. Half of the limited time depleted.
What? I'm not sure what you're saying.
Airdrop has landed in the area.
Why is this lagging?
Hey, brother.
It's insane.
Our units are securing the airdrop. Our unit secured the airdrop. Enemy connection disrupted. Time limit for the tasker is almost up. Critical node compromised. Disruption of enemy connection ended. Grid is being established. Proceed with next phase. Orders received. Set up the grid. Our unit is capturing the main node. Grid is being established. Proceed with next phase. New tasker. Establish the connection. Our unit is capturing the main node.
It's fine.
Caution. Half of the limited time depleted. Airdrop has landed in the area. Time limit for the tasker is almost up. Warning. Enemies are capturing the main node. Our unit is capturing the main node. All systems green. Location revealed.
Hello boys and girls, welcome to the performance section of the video of the Argo on the NVENC type of game and in the map called the port. So I did run through 3 different settings, okay? So I did run with standard, low and minimum without recording, and as you can see, obviously the minimum settings provides the best frame rate with average of 39 and the minimum is around 27. As for the low settings, we have less 3 frames per second, but we got much more stuff into the screen, like for example shadows, so I think low settings might be worth it. And actually the 1% low is actually the same as the minimum settings, despite the minimum being 24. As for the standard settings, we can see that the average is 33. There is also a big improvement in graphics, but you know, 1% low of 26 and minimums of 20. I'm not sure if it is convincing, but this is the 3 settings that you can actually play the game and enjoy it, if we can say like this, because this game was supposed to be running at high frame rates, but unfortunately this engine it really sucks. So consistency, it is like this: on the low settings 12%, minimum 5% and standard 19%. So for me the low settings is the way to go, but that is arguable. You can prefer to go with the standard or with the minimum, so it's really up to you. But the minimum settings I decided to not go to because the bottleneck starts to be big. So it means that if you have a much better CPU, okay, what's going to happen is the minimum settings and the low settings will have higher frame rates than what I have in here. So this game is very CPU bound, okay? But anyway, at the low settings the VRAM usage was around 900 megabytes. For the RAM usage, I recommend you to have 8 GB of RAM if you want to play with a 64-bit executable. If you want to play with 32 bits, I'm not really sure how much it is necessary, but probably 4 GB should be enough. CPU usage was between the 40s and the 60%, so it seems that the game is only able to use either 2 cores or either don't know how to use hyper-threading, okay? And chip usage is between, it was, at least on the low settings, between the 85 to 99%, giving a little bit of bottleneck. On the minimum settings the chip usage is lower, so it means the bottleneck is higher, and the standard settings it was pretty much almost of the time 99%, so standard settings pretty much removes the bottleneck. But I noticed some extra stuttering with the stuttering, so I do prefer to go with the low settings, okay? But that's really up to you. So with that, this concludes my video regarding Argo. It's a free-to-play game, okay? So hope you did enjoy the video. If you want to support the channel, you know the drill already. You can support me via Patreon, you can donate me via PayPal, or if you buy games on Kinguin, please use the links that I have on the description. You will pay the same money for the games, but I will receive a share in order to improve the channel, okay? Thank you a lot for watching, I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.